Hello, my name is Mike Keenis, and we are on site here at Luther Brookdale GMC. And today we're going to be going over the awesome 2020 GMC Denali Ultimate. One of the reasons we're featuring this vehicle today is because we have the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel with a 10-speed transmission in this vehicle. Very impressive vehicle, very impressive performance, very impressive tow numbers. When we look at the Denali, and when we think about the Denali, we think about the big bold statement that we have here, the GMC coming in here. It just looks great. It's in a class of itself. Coming down through here, of course, we have the front park sensors for safety. We have a 3D vision camera, and we're going to touch on the camera system too, from a trailering aspect too, because there's actually 15 different views there. We have chrome recovery hooks, which are standard on the Denali as well, and then of course the painted bumper. We're running LED headlights and fog lights right through here. So very impressive front end here on this Denali. The Denali Ultimate has every available option from the factory. Touching back on that 3.0 Duramax diesel with a 10-speed transmission, it has 277 horsepower with 460 foot-pounds of torque. Ironically, the 6.2, the big boy engine in the half-ton truck, also has 460 foot-pounds of torque. So very impressive coming out of this 3.0. It is a little bit of an upcharge from General Motors, but we definitely have them here at Luther Brookdale, and this one here is on our showroom floor. So coming around the side of the truck, notice that we have our label here, our Duramax diesel label right here on this 1500 Denali. We're rolling on our 22-inch Bridgestone Alenza tires. They are OEM rims from General Motors. We also have wheel locks on there because we want to keep those rims. And looking right up here too, we're going to touch on some of the lighting right here, but on the back side of each mirror, there's task lighting. And we can put on the passenger side or the driver's side, but if you're working outside your truck, you can definitely see what you're doing right here. So these are also LED as well. When I open up the door, notice the power boards that come out. Great transition getting in. Excellent running board. Comes out in a motion where it doesn't hang up, so it's not going to get stuck from snow and ice, that kind of thing. So when we look inside the truck, we're looking at the door right here. Notice that we have the Denali trim right through here. Bose audio system. Real leather seating. Power lumbar, 8-way power driver and passenger. We go up here. We'll touch on the electronics a little bit later. A lot of new stuff has changed right up there, but just amazing on the inside. Real aluminum trim on the GMC. Some of the competition does not have that, but that's why we call ourselves professional grade. This is a beautiful, beautiful truck. Coming back here to the rear of the truck, just notice how much space is back there. A lot of space for your passengers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up these seats right here, just so we can kind of see the cargo room when they're up. And we also have a spot right here, which is standard from the factory, so we can put stuff. I know in the past when I had trucks, that kind of thing, I'd put something under the back seat, hit the brakes, and it'd be in the front. So this is a really nice option just to keep some of that stuff you always have in your truck always there. I'm going to fold down, and let's look up here. We do have heated seats for the rear as well, as with the vents, the USB, and a charging point is there as well. I'm going to fold this seat down, and right in the back of the seat here, on both sides, there's storage. So again, if there's first aid kits, things that you commonly keep in your truck all the time, that's a great place to keep them right back there. So coming along the back of the truck here. Now this is a short box. The box length is going to be 5'8". There is another box length, which would be a standard box, which would be 6'6". To get into the box, if you notice on the HD trucks, we have a box step right here. Well, this board, all we have to do is hit the end of it, and it comes through. Well, I'm a pretty big guy, and it's definitely functional for me to reach down to the box. So great feature. And I want to note too, there's some guys that don't need the running boards or taller. You can shut them off if you want to. You don't always have to have them on. Looking back here, we still do have our Wheelhouse Liners in here. Great for mud, sound. If you're going down a gravel road, you're not going to get a lot of noise coming through here. And again, stunning 22-inch rims right here, and our integrated splash guards. We still have our triple undercoating through the rockers there too to prevent rock chips and rust. Right here we have our box step right here to get into the box. Now coming around the back of the truck, just an impressive back here as it is up front. So we have our multi-pro tailgate right here. And before I get into that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the towing capacity and what options it has. So what we have here is our 7-pin. Some of you previous owners might know that the 4-pin was up here, but what we have right here is we actually have our inputs for our trailer cameras. So there's 15 different views on the trailer camera system. There's actually a transparent view which emulates looking right through the trailer. And you can see right in the back of the trailer. So don't ask me how it works, but it's amazing. I've seen it work. It works. So that's a great feature. So coming down here, we have a 9,700-pound towing capacity. Obviously, backup camera, all that. The truck does have a 360-view camera system on it. And of course, our parking sensors. But let's get into this a little bit. So the tailgate itself drops down. There's your step right there. And if you're into music, that kind of thing, there's a kicker system that you can put right in here and hang out with your buddies. It's Bluetooth operated, 100-watt system. Sounds great. Heard it, that kind of thing. I'll come over here. So like I said, this is a short box at 5'8". A lot of guys want to get the regular size box because they want to haul more stuff. Well, with the multi-pro tailgate, there we go. There's our extra foot right there that we're losing. So if we need to, we can put our material in there, flip this up, so it's not going to slide back. We can fit it in that distance. We flip it down. We still have that at an angle here, so your material is not going to slide out. Great feature. That's something you're only going to see in a GMC truck, and that's why this truck's professional grade, best on the market. And we'll also show we'll hit on the tie downs right here. So what we have right here, we have 3 here, 3 on this side, and there's 3 more up front. 6 in total, 500-pound capacity. To tie anything down, there is other applications too, where you can put in removable tie downs along here. But these are integrated right in the truck. You'll see that on all Sierra. The spray and bed liner right here from the factory. LED lighting in the box that shines in. And over there on the other side, we have our inverter, which is a 400-watt system. We activate that from up in the cabin. I also want to stress too that on this truck, we're running a 220-amp alternator. So we're running a lot of power, so if you want to run something, this truck definitely has the capability. LED taillights here as well. And I did say before, LED headlights and that kind of thing up front too. I just can't get over those rims. They're beautiful and they look great on this color. This color right here is a red quartz tin coat. Looking in here, we have capless. That's where you put your diesel fuel right here. And then our diesel exhaust fluid, which you'd put right in here. If you've never drove a diesel before, see your sales professional and have them explain that a little bit more to you. It's not as big a thing as you think. I drive a diesel and you really don't have to put it in very often. And with a vehicle like this, I think it has a 5.5-gallon tank, you're probably not going to put too much in there. Probably every oil change. If you're towing a lot, you're going to go through more because what's going to happen, you're going to have to scrub that fuel a little bit more. So when we come back up here, and I don't know if I touched on it, Blindside Alert, which a lot of vehicles have today. The Sierra has it as well. And keyless entry here, so it does have push-button start. There goes our running board right there. There is lighted Denali door sills that we can put in here too. I thought they were really cool. That kind of stands out on the Denali right there. Looking up on the door right here, we have our memory seating right here. Power folded heated mirrors. And then just looking up into the four-wheel drive system right here, there's different driving modes. Because before we had magnetic ride control, now we have adaptive ride control, which actually senses the road every millisecond, which, in the Denali, you expect a great ride. And that's how this truck is going to perform It's going to perform great on the road, going to give you a great ride. And if you do go off-road, you can tighten up the suspension right here through driving mode. If you're towing, it's actually going to do that for you. Again, I'm Mike Keenest, and we're on site here at Luther Brookdale GMC. And we're inside this beautiful 1500 2020 Denali with a 3.0 diesel 10-speed transmission. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the inside of the vehicle, and folks, forgive me a little bit. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. There's more options on this truck, and my brain is rushing because I'm not for sure what to go over. I want to tell you everything, but I can't. So I encourage you to come into the store, see one of our sales professionals, see myself, and we'll go through the truck in a little bit more detail. So let's just kind of dive right in here. First thing, just notice we have our sunroof right here. And then up here we have our garage door openers, that kind of thing right through here. We have our LED lights right here, our reading lights, our controls for our sunroof, our OnStar. And again, touching on that a little bit, you know, this is a high-end vehicle, but guys still use them for work. And if, you know, we have a big fleet division here at the Brookdale location as well here for Luther. And OnStar actually has the tracking system ability right now for any size business. You can track and see where that vehicle's at, what the performance of that driver is. It's a great, great feature. So a little bit about that. Want to know more about that? Contact the store. So let's check out this mirror. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the vehicle up. We're inside, so we're not going to leave it run too much. We're going to look at two things. What's going to happen here is we're going to have a view right up here in our mirror. And then also I want you to notice through the camera, if you can hear it through my microphone, how quiet this Duramax really is. Start the truck up here. Notice our camera view. We're going to hit that. We got our rear view back right there. So I think that's off the hook right there. I mean, look at the frameless glass on there. It's beautiful. So I'm going to shut the vehicle off right here. And let me push that again so I can continue. Push it one more time. The camera guy's in the back seat. See, look at, see, it says rear seat reminder, look in rear seat. That's where the camera guy's at. So we'll go over here a little bit. And now this right here, on our screen right here, we have our audio, our phone, our navigation, getting down into here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which I use all the time in my vehicle. Going back to our split screen with our navigation, our radio command on one side. Like I said before, this does have the camera package on it. So here's the camera system right here. We have different views, and we have some of the doors open and stuff like that right now, so we're kind of getting a funky view, but it really is amazing. Right here we have our skylight view, top view, whatever you want to call it. But if you're in a tight parking spot or if you're backing up a trailer, that kind of thing, you know, awesome, awesome view. Notice a little wag the tail right here. Line up with your receiver right there. I can show off the camera view for the trailer, but it's simply amazing. We come in, we can demo that for you here at the Luther GMC store in Brookdale. So coming down through here, oh, I want to touch on the knobs too, because that's one of the first things when I came in this truck. I don't know why, but I looked at these knobs and it was just so distinctive. It screams class, it screams Denali. We have the aluminum trim going through right here, which is a brushed aluminum, which is my favorite look right here. I just think it's so beautiful. Down through here, we have our dual zone climate control, heated seats, obviously, passenger power, ventilated seats, passenger and driver. So down here, we have our lane keep assist, which actually the vehicle will take over for you and keep you in the lane if you fall asleep. The seat's going to vibrate. Our front and rear park sensors, and the rear park sensors will disable when you plug in a 7-pin connector. This vehicle does have auto shut off. I know, so for some of you old schoolers and even me, I'm not too much of a fan of it, but it does save fuel economy, so if we can get used to it, let's use it. But I still find myself shutting it off. But you can disable it so the truck won't shut off when you come to a stop. And moving on, we have our tailgate. We can drop our tailgate through here. Don't worry, if the vehicle's in drive and you hit the button accidentally, the tailgate's not going to go down. Our hazards, our traction control StabiliTrak, and then our inverter in the back, our hill descent control, and our power boards. Going back one to hill descent control. What is hill descent control, Mike? Well, That's, if I'm towing a trailer, it's gonna keep me on that grade at 20% or more until I hit the gas. Great, great feature. Trailer brake controller. We do have our smart app on our phone, which is gonna help us with our towing capacities, that kind of thing. Tell us how to set up the trailer brake controller. So that's right here. A little bit more user-friendly. Before it was up on the top left by the driver, so now we moved it down here. Charging ports, USB, connecting to the radio. That's where you'd plug in your phone for your Android Auto or your Apple CarPlay. And the nice thing is the phone charger is right down here. And there's really no delay. I haven't had any problems with it. It works really, really well. Have a 12 volt there, and then we have our 120 volt outlet there. So really what you have up here is you have a mobile office. I mean, there's, obviously you have Wi-Fi on the vehicle, that kind of thing. But a lot of features here, a lot of safety features and fuel economy, that kind of thing. It's just an awesome truck. Coming around to the steering wheel right here, obviously we have the leather wrap steering wheel, and here we go again. We have that brushed gray aluminum, and it just screams class. Denali logo right on the inside right here. We go up here, and the truck has to be running, but it does have adaptive cruise control, so we can set our gap distance right here. Heated steering wheel, and then we still have our volume control and our selection on the back of the wheel right here, which you can't see. But that's safety options, that kind of thing. So everything that I have right here is at my fingertips. Going into here, a little bit what we have is we look up at the DIC, our navigation will actually pop right up on the screen. And why we're touching on this right here, it does have heads-up display. So it has a 15-inch view, which is going to tell you everything. If someone's calling, it's going to tell your name, it's going to flash up on your screen. Now you can change those preferences around to what you want to do, your navigation, that kind of thing, your front-end collision alert, adaptive cruise control, that's going to come up here. And if you don't like it, if it bothers you, you can shut it off. Pretty much everything in the truck you can shut off. But their safety features are there for a reason, so I would encourage you to keep them on. So now that I sidetracked us, we'll move back down the wheel here a little bit. Push to talk. If you've ever had Apple CarPlay, you want to hear a song, you push it, play some Johnny Cash. Siri, play Johnny Cash for me. Siri will come on the radio. Or Johnny Cash will come on the radio, not Siri. And hang up a phone, answer a call is right here as well. And so this is just a scroll through, a little bit different than the previous version, but this just kind of scrolls through our options up in the DIC. And the DIC, this just kind of scrolls through the options in our DIC and notice that things aren't working just the way they are because we don't have the truck running. So that's where we are on this. And up here we have our manual shift right here. So also notice the dash right up here with the stitching, that kind of thing, exclusive to GMC, and just a beautiful, beautiful truck. That wraps up the video here. Again, my name is Mike Keenest, Luther Brookdale GMC, corner of 694 Brooklyn Boulevard. If you have any more questions about the Sierra, there's a lot of different configurations, a lot of different engine configurations. Come out and see us. Again, we're on the 694 Brooklyn Boulevard. Mike Keenest, and we'll see you soon. Give us a call or visit us online, BrookdaleBuickGMC.com.